Y también necesitamos el 80% de asistencia como mínimo. Entonces, aunque yo haya juntado mi calificación, pero si no junté mi asistencia, pues ahí puedo tener un poco de problema para pasar. Si junto mi asistencia, pero no junto la calificación, lo mismo, puedo tener un poco de problemas para pasar. Entonces, ahí es donde se viene la parte de las faltas. Es importante que ustedes avisen qué día van a faltar. Por ejemplo, teacher, no voy a poder ir a la clase de esta semana porque tengo que arreglar cosas de la escuela. Tengo que trabajar, tengo que ir a X lado. Es importante que me avisen si tienen la oportunidad con tiempo. Y en caso de que, pues no, teacher, me surgió una emergencia, tuve que salir, pueden ir a avisarme durante el día de, pues, por qué no asistieron. Y también, cuando falten, yo les voy a mandar las actividades que se hayan visto y ustedes me las tienen que mandar ya resueltas. Si no me las mandan ya resueltas, no puedo justificar su falta. ¿Ok? Entonces es importante. Me avisen y que me manden las actividades ya respondidas. ¿Ok? ¿Sí? ¿No? ¿Cuestiones? Ok. Y vamos a ver el Individual Report. Ya saben que es un documento de Word donde tienen que considerar estos 7 puntos. Recuerden que se manda a finalizar la segunda unidad del curso. En este caso, en curso 13, vamos a cubrir unidad 1, 2 y 3. Entonces, me van a mandar su reporte al finalizar la unidad 2. Lo van a mandar a este correo que les estoy mandando en el grupo de WhatsApp. En el asunto van a poner nombre completo, curso y el horario. Por ejemplo, fulanito de tal, curso 13, de 9 a 1 de la tarde. Por favor, para poderlos identificar más rápido. En el reporte individual van a considerar estos 7 puntos. En el punto número 1 es la pregunta guía que ustedes van a utilizar para desarrollar su pregunta. Si el proyecto es sobre hablar sobre cómo cuidar un cactus, ¿qué pregunta guía puedo tener para desarrollar mi proyecto? Cuidado, ¿qué tengo que hacer para cuidar un cactus? Un ejemplo. Número 2, ¿qué necesito para desarrollar el proyecto? En cuestión de conocimiento, por ejemplo, vocabulario de plantas, ¿qué más? Presente, uso de presente y nada más. Número 3, ¿cómo puedo aplicar el contenido del curso en mi proyecto? Si vamos a ver un ejemplo, presente continuo y presente perfecto, ¿cómo lo puedo usar para hablar sobre el cuidado de un cactus? Número 4, mi equipo tiene las siguientes metas para el trabajo en equipo. Aquí van a decir, fulanito va a hacer esto, sutanito va a hacer lo otro, en caso de que sea por equipo. Si es por individual, ¿qué es lo que vas a hacer tú? Punto 5. Como me lo van a mandar en la segunda unidad, al finalizar, se supone que ustedes ya deben tener, aunque sea un avance. En este caso, me van a decir qué cosas ya han hecho. Por ejemplo, ya investigamos vocabulario de plantas. Ya hicimos algunas diapositivas. Me van a decir qué es lo que ya han hecho. En el punto número 6 me van a decir las cosas que les faltan por hacer. Y en el punto número 7, si tienen algún problema, alguna duda. Por ejemplo, aún nos faltan varias cosas y esa es nuestra preocupación de no poder terminar a tiempo. Mi pronunciación, tengo miedo de que no sea muy buena. No hay ningún problema, todo va muy bien. Y en el caso de que ustedes ya tengan algún avance y me lo quieran mandar para dar observaciones, lo pueden anexar al correo del reporte individual y decirme en el correo, teacher, este es un avance de lo que llevamos, por favor nos puede dar feedback y ya yo les doy la retroalimentación. En el caso de que no es solo opcional, solo en caso de que ustedes quieran, no hay ningún problema. ¿Preguntas con el reporte individual?
No, teacher.
No, teacher. Ok. Algo importante, en caso de que el proyecto sea en equipo, no es un reporte por equipo, y no es el mismo reporte por integrante. Por ejemplo, si en el equipo estamos Estela, Anaí y Viviana, ¿no? Bueno, nosotras como equipo, yo, Joana, voy a mandar mi reporte en mis propias palabras. Anaí va a enviar su reporte en sus propias palabras. Viviana va a mandar su reporte en sus propias palabras. Aunque sea el mismo proyecto, pero cada quien tiene un punto de vista diferente. ¿Ok? Reportes iguales no los acepto.
Ok.
Bien. Y vamos a ver el proyecto de este curso. En este, chicos, van a hacer describir 2 outfits para hacer énfasis en el antes y el después. ¿Han visto los programas de televisión donde muestran un cuarto como era antes, todo feo, todo viejo, un desastre, y después el after, bien bonito, a la moda, con luz y todo eso? Van a hacer algo similar. Aquí van ustedes a hacer énfasis en el mejoramiento de imagen y usando las estructuras que vamos a ver, que es comparativos, materiales de ropa, patrones. En este caso vamos a ver cómo comparar. Vamos a ver mucho vocabulario de ropa. Por eso les digo que es outfits. Como un cambio de imagen. Si ustedes quieren hacer más, ir más allá y hacer, no sé, un cambio de peinado, en caso de que sea mujer, maquillaje, o también si es un hombre, maquillaje. Si quieren ir más allá, también lo pueden hacer. Pero si no, solo con el outfit.
Ok, teacher.
¿Preguntas con el proyecto?
Teacher.
No.
Recuerden que para el proyecto somos totalmente libres de usar el material que queramos. ¿No? Podemos hacer un video, podemos usar PowerPoint, usar Canva, son totalmente libres. Solo en el caso de que si van a hacer un video, necesito ver sus caras. Pero teacher, mi cámara no funciona. Ok. En el caso de las partes de las que tú tengas que hablar, le vas a mandar al compañerito que haga la edición, ¿no? Una foto de tu cara. Y en las partes donde tú hables, que incluya tu foto y tu nombre. Solo en el extremo caso de que tu cámara no funcione, ¿ok?
Ok, teacher. Ok, teacher.
So, con esto claro, antes de empezar, vamos a checar la asistencia. When you listen your name, please say here. Give me a moment. Okay. José Alberto. José Alberto is not here. Okay. Pablo. Pablo Emanuel. Samantha.
Here.
Thank you. Esperanza.
Here, teacher.
Thank you. Brenda.
I am here, teacher.
Thank you. Viviana.
I am here, teacher.
Juan Manuel.
Here.
Paola.
Here.
Pedro. Luis Pedro. Nancy. Estela.
Present. I am Nancy León.
Ok. Nancy León. Ok, creo entonces que hay 2 Nancys, porque me refería a Nancy Rosas.
Ok.
Entonces ahorita te anotan.
Okay.
Blanca Estela.
Here, teacher.
Atsin.
Here, teacher.
Luis Armando. Liliani.
Here, teacher.
Guadalupe. Ochoa. Karime. Carla.
Present.
Pilar.
Here, teacher.
Miguel Ángel. José Guadalupe. Andrés. Guzmán. Arturo. Guillermo. Anaí.
Here.
Michelle.
Here, teacher.
Rodrigo.
Here, teacher.
Osvaldo Ramírez. Mauro. Okay, Nancy León. Okay, you are here. Carla Ivette.
Here, teacher.
Emanuel. Francisco. Joana.
Here, teacher.
Einar.
Present. Here, teacher.
Thank you. Aline.
Here, teacher.
¿Sí es correcto, Aline?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Jessica. Amairani.
Here.
Hi, Amairani.
Hi, teacher.
Gerardo. Okay, Gerardo is here also. Okay. Gerardo, are you here? Okay. Leonel.
Here, teacher.
Hi, Leonel. I see you again.
Hi, teacher.
Noé.
Here, teacher.
Aura. Alejandro.
Here, teacher.
Here. Y nada más. ¿Alguien faltó de mencionar?
Yo, teacher, Emanuel Francisco.
Emanuel Sánchez. Ok, ¿me dices tu nombre completo, por favor?
Bueno, mi mamá está más cerca.
Hernández Cortés,
Ajá.
Emanuel Francisco.
Ok, sí te mencioné.
No le escuché, es que me sacó de la clase en mi internet.
Ok. Thank you. Ya tienes la asistencia. ¿Alguien más faltó de mencionar?
Yo,
Teacher.
Manuel, bueno, sí me mencionó, pero entré un poco tarde.
¿Tu nombre, please?
Emanuel, Cruz Ibarra, Pablo Emanuel.
Ok, sí. Pablo is here. Ajá, ¿quién más?
Yo, teacher, no sé si me escuchó. Soy Karime Barrios.
Karim, no te había escuchado.
Ok,
listo.
thank you.
¿Quién más?
Teacher, yo también le
Martínez.
contesté.
Nombre, please.
Montero.
Nombre.
Samantha. Sanabria Ramos Samantha.
Samantha. Sí, sí te escuché. ¿Quién más?
Teacher.
Ajá.
Blanca Angélica Martínez Montero.
Ok, tu nombre no lo vi en la lista, entonces déjalo anoto. Blanca Angélica.
Martínez Montero.
Déjame anotarte. Angélica Hernández Montero.
Martínez Montero.
Martínez.
Sí. Gracias.
Okay. Está bien si te digo Angélica, es que ya tenemos otras dos blancas, entonces una es Esperanza y otra es Estela. Para evitarnos ahí confusiones. Ok. ¿Quién más? ¿Alguien más faltó de mencionar? So, en este caso, vamos a let's start.
Teacher.
¿Sí?
Can you tell me Montero? Please.
Montero. Ok, yes.
Gracias.
Okay, Montero. So, okay. Let's start, guys, with the lessons of today. Tell me when you see my screen.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, good. So we start with Unit 1, Interesting Lives. Lesson 8, Interviews. Here we have the lesson objective. Can you help me, please, Noé, to read the lesson objective?
Yes. Lesson objective. By the end of the lesson, students will be able to get to know your classmates using simple and continuous verbs.
Thank you so much. So yes, today let's have a small review about verbs in simple and continuous in order that you can know more about your classmates. Okay, so tell me guys, in your personal opinion, in what ways are these people, the people in the pictures, in what ways are these people's lives interesting, in your personal opinion?
The first one is interesting by a knowing way, and the second one is interesting by a exciting way by Fort Adventure.
Okay, interesting point of view. Okay, we have more ideas, guys. I want to hear you.
For example, when these people they practice at the port as a port extent.
Okay, interesting. Exactly. Okay, so now tell me, in your around you in your daily life, or in a moment in your life in the past, do you know interesting people? And can you describe a little bit this person?
Yes, teacher. In my case, I know interesting people. For example, how do you say artistas plásticos?
A plastic artist.
Okay. For example, these people is a plastic artist. Yes.
Yes.
Plastic artist, or how do you say teatreros?
Can you repeat?
Teatreros.
De teatro, así teatro.
Yes.
Well, I'm not sure, but we can call it people who work in theater.
Okay. I know people to work theater, and I know the people people those like the science, for example, scientific.
Okay, very interesting. So, rest of you guys, do you know interesting people?
Yes. Well, my friend is interesting because of the way she expressed her feelings. We read them down.
Okay. Well, in fact, I think this is a good quality. Okay, very good. One more opinion, guys. I want to hear you, please. Okay. Well, guys, so I sometimes, or in a moment in different in the life, different moments, we know interesting people. Maybe because of the profession, the personality. So in this case, guys, let's see how can we talk about these people. But before this, let's check vocabulary. Vocabulary. Only we have 3 words. In this case, let's start with number 1. Fall in love. When you see a person, when you see something and you say, oh my God, Cupid hit me in my heart. I want to be with this person the rest of my life. I can live without him, without her. Fall in love. So please, guys, repeat after me. Fall in love.
Fall in love.
Fall in love.
For
Very good. Perfect. Let's go with number 2. Thrilled. Thrilled.
Thrill.
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 Very good. Is when you are excited, but it's like an emotion of surprise. Oh my God, I thrilled. I didn't expect that. It's suddenly. And finally, we have this very common in Mexico City, stuck in traffic because of an accident, because of manifestation, for different reasons. Stuck in traffic.
Stuck in traffic.
Stuck in traffic.
Okay, so questions with this vocabulary?
No, teacher.
Rest of you? Karime?
No, teacher.
No, teacher.
No, teacher.
So let's see, guys. Simple and continuous verbs. Today, only we check present, present perfect, and past. It's only a small review. I know that you already know it and you manage perfectly. Okay, remember, simple verbs, guys, are for complete or permanent situations. For example, your name is Conchita. Your name is Pancracio. It's a permanent situation. A complete. I do my homework. It's a complete situation. So remember, simple verbs for complete or permanent situations. And continuous verbs for ongoing actions, actions that we are doing in this exactly moment, or temporary situations. For example, I'm planning the birthday party for my sister. Until the moment, until the day of the birthday party, this action finished to me. So this is a temporary situation. We are okay in this part? We have questions?
No,
More or
teacher.
less, teacher. I repeat, tell me. Okay, I repeat. Simple verbs, complete or permanent situations. Remember, my name is Conchita. This is a permanent situation. A complete action. I do exercise. This is a complete action. So let's start with simple verbs with simple present. Remember, in simple present, guys, we use the auxiliary do and does. And the auxiliary is with a different subject. For example, does is with he, she, and it. And do, guys, you remember? Do? With what subject we can use it?
I, you, they.
Yeah, exactly. I, you, we, and they. Remember, do and doesn't, pardon, do and does, we can use in questions and negative situations. For example, I don't dance ballet. My mom doesn't cook chicken. And remember, in positive situations, with he, she, and it, we add letter S. You remember? For example, my brother goes to the park. My husband works in Samsung. We use the letter S in the verb only with he, she, and it. We have one example. What kind of music do you listen to? Oh, I love Latin music. We love Latin music. Estela loves Latin music. Or Pablo doesn't like Latin music. Einar doesn't listen Latin music. Can you give me one example, guys? With simple present. An example with simple present.
I love eat pizza in my birthday.
Okay, very good. Other example. Come on. One example, Pilar, Liliani.
I make my homework, for example.
Yes, I make my homework. So we have questions with simple present.
Can you repeat?
What kind of games do you like to play?
Very good. And a question. Excellent. So questions with simple present.
No, teacher.
Okay, Pilar, Paola.
No, teacher.
No, teacher.
Okay. So let's go with present perfect. Remember, we use present perfect to talk about experiences. In this case, remember, in present perfect, we use the auxiliary have or has, and the verb in past participle. Have, remember, with I, you, we, and they. And has, with what subject? We use has.
She, he, it.
Exactly, very good. So remember, in present perfect, we use auxiliary have or has with verb in past participle to talk about experiences. Like the example here, have you ever lived in another country? No, I've never lived anywhere else. Or yes, I've lived in Canada. I live in Brazil. I live in Africa. To talk about experiences. Other example, she has played soccer. She has played soccer. We have learned French. We have learned French. Can you give me an example?
I have never played football.
Very good. Other example?
I have never traveled to the other country.
Exactly. Remember, in negative situations, we have the option haven't or hasn't. I hasn't lived. Sorry, she hasn't lived. We haven't lived. You have also this option. And finally, we have simple past. It's for actions that you did 1 hour ago, yesterday, 2 days ago, 1 week ago, 5 years ago. Past. And remember here the auxiliary did. Did. The same for questions and negative situations. Didn't. In negative situations, we use didn't or did not. Like the example here. What did you do for your last birthday? Oh, I went home and I had a big party. Tell me, Pilar, what did you do for your last birthday?
I have prepared a party with my friends.
Okay, good. Tell me, sorry, Anaí, what did you do for your last birthday? Oh my God, Anaí disappeared. Okay, so well, remember, past for actions you did 1 hour ago, 2 days ago, 5 years ago. Questions with simple verbs?
No, teacher.
Questions, Emmanuel, Noé, Andrés?
No, teacher.
No, teacher.
So now let's go with continuous verbs. For ongoing actions, things that we are doing in this moment. For example, I'm talking to you. It's an activity that I'm doing in this exact moment. Tell me, guys, what are you doing in this exactly moment?
I have been in class.
Okay. You guys, what are you doing in this exactly moment? Lionel, Amairani, what are you doing in this exactly moment?
I'm taking my English class.
Exactly. And for temporary situations, imagine we are planning the Independence Party for September. We are planning until September 50. This activity, we have to do it because until the Independence Day, until we celebrate the party, this action finish. So it's a temporary situation. Let's start with present continuous. It's for an activity that you do in this moment or in a temporary situation. For example, remember here in present continuous, guys, we use verb to be, am, is, and are. I am, you are, he is, she is, it is, we are, they are. And the verb in ing, listening, playing, sleeping, cooking. Like the example here. What kind of music are you listening currently in this moment? Oh, I'm listening to Latin music. I'm listening to banda. I'm listening to rap. I'm listening to K-pop. So I use my subject, my verb to be, and my verb in ing. Remember, in negative, I'm not. You aren't. He isn't. So tell me, Armando, what kind of music are you listening currently? Very good, excellent. Montero, what kind of music are you listening currently?
I listening to um, traditional of Japan.
Okay, very good. So this is present continuous. Questions? Comments?
No, teacher.
Okay, you guys, rest of you?
No, teacher.
No, teacher.
Okay. Now let's go with present perfect continuous. Present perfect continuous, guys, is for an action that you start in the past but continue in the present. For example, guys, tell me, when you start learning English? When you start learning English?
When I enter in when I enter in high school.
Okay, but in time, 1 year, 10 months.
In my case, 1 year ago.
Okay. So, you start this section.
When I have 7.
Okay, when you have 7. Okay, so this action you start in the past, 1 year ago, in 2021. So this action start in the past, but continue in the present, because today, in August 2022, you continue with this action. So in this situation is when you use present perfect continuous. Here, guys, we continue using the auxiliary have or has, but here we have other complement, been. Been is very important, guys, so don't forget with present perfect continuous. And we use the verb in ing. Have been living, has been playing. For example, here, how long have you been living here? Oh, I've been living here for 5 years. How long have you been living in Chimalhuacan? Tell me, guys, how long have you been living in Chimalhuacan?
In my case, I've been living in Chimalhuacan for the 15 years.
Okay. Tell me, guys, how long have you been using a cell phone? How long have you been using a cell phone?
I have been using a cell phone since I have 16, I think 16 years old.
Okay, very good, excellent. And now let's go with past continuous. Past continuous is for actions that you were doing in the past. But other action interrupt. For example, you were running in the park. But an action number 2, interrupt. You saw a dog escaping. You saw a dog escaping. So in this case, past continuous was when you are doing an action number 1 and an action number 2 interrupt you. Here, guys, we use the verb to be in past, was or were, and the verb in ing. For example, what were you doing at this time yesterday? I was sitting on a bus. Oh, I was sleeping. I was working. Tell me, guys, what were you doing at this time yesterday? What were you doing at this time yesterday?
I was working in the morning.
Okay, you were working. Rest of you guys?
Sleeping.
I
Me
guess
too.
yes, me too. Okay, very good, guys. This is the continuous verbs. We have questions, we have comments, or something?
No, teacher.
Okay. Rest of you, Yvette, Carla. Viviana. Okay, let's practice. We have exercises, present perfect, simple, simple present, and simple past. Here, guys, you have to select the correct option. So please, I want to hear your participation. It's very important, please. You have to select the correct option. So we have number 1. Susan, these days. We have, do you often see? Did you often see? Or have you often seen? Which one?
Have you?
Mm,
Have you often seen?
Okay. Number 2, his new film yesterday. Do you see? Have you seen? Did you see?
did you see?
Did you see?
Did you see?
Okay. A lion? Have you ever seen? Did you ever see? Do you ever see?
Have you ever seen?
Have you ever?
Number 4. I, your mother, last Sunday. See, saw, have seen.
So,
5. I haven't got her address, but I think my husband, it, have known, knows, knew.
No.
No.
Knew.
no,
Knew.
no.
No.
Number 6. How long, Mary? Have you known? Did you know? Do you know?
Do you know?
Number 7. I a strange noise last night. Hear, have heard, heard.
Heard.
Heard?
Okay. Number 8. My grandmother to see us every Saturday. Come, have come, comes.
Have come.
Come.
Comes.
Yes, comes.
I hear more comes, so let's select this. Number 9. My family to live here when I was a baby. Comes, came, have come.
Came.
And let's see number 10. My father school at 12 o'clock and start working at that age. Sorry, at 12, the age. Left, leaves, have left.
Lips.
Lips.
Okay, let's check. Okay. Number 1, guys, is do you often see? Why? Okay, the question is, Susan, these days, in the present, an action that you are doing in this week is not an action that you start in the past. It's an action that you are doing in this week. So, do you often see Susan these days? Number 2 is correct. Number 3 is correct. 4, 5. Number 6, the question, how long, Mary? Here is have you known. Why? Because you know Mary in a moment in the past, and this action continue in the present. You continue knowing Mary. Not more things about her, more information. So, how long have you been known Mary? We use present perfect. Number 7, 8, 9, and 10. My father school at 12 years old. Imagine now your father is maybe 45, 46. So your father in the past left school and start working. So it's simple past. We have comments.
No, teacher.
Okay. Now we have this activity. Complete the conversations. Use the simple or continuous form of the verb in the present, present perfect, or past. Sometimes only, guys, more than an answer is possible. Sometimes. So you have to pay attention to the context, to the situation, because you have to select. We have the example number 1. What you performed lately? Do. Here, guys, we use present perfect continuous because it's an action that you start in the past and it continues in the present. What have you been doing for fun lately? You have to do the same with the rest of the exercises. Questions with the activity?
No, teacher.
Okay, so for this part, guys, we have 6 minutes. Don't forget, we have to send activities in the WhatsApp group, please. 6 minutes. If you have questions, tell me.
Titan.
Finish?
No, teacher.
Ready?
No, teacher.
No, teacher.
Come on, guys, you can do it. Okay, guys, let's check. We have number 1, letter B. We have, well, I kickboxing classes for the last few months.
Have been taking.
Yeah, exactly. It's a lot of fun, and I in pretty good shape.
Got or got it.
Getting?
Okay, I am getting, it's an option. We have other option.
Got it.
Can be, we have a better option.
Get.
I
Have get.
I have Yes, remember past participle, gotten. And I have gotten in pretty good shape, or I am getting in a pretty good shape. We have these two options. Number 2, who's the most interesting person you know? Well, my best friend is interesting.
I think.
I put I think.
Exactly. She in Europe for 3 years.
Live.
As living.
Has lived.
Has lived.
Leave it. Leave.
Exactly. When she
Has grown up.
Had grew up.
it's a little bit different because you're a kid. She was a kid, so we have other option.
Grew up.
Grew up, exactly. Because this thing was when she was a kid, and she lived in Europe for 3 years. Number 3, you ever anyone famous?
Have you ever met?
Ever met?
Exactly. No, but last year a TV star on the street.
I saw.
Have seen.
So,
So, I saw. Or also can be have seen because it was an experience in the past. Okay. We both in line for ice cream.
We had got.
We were.
We were,
Both waited in the line for ice cream.
Exactly. Very good. Number 4. When you last?
When did you last exercise?
Exactly. Actually, in months.
Actually, I've not exercised in months.
Can be. It's an action that you start in the past, but continue in the present.
Is present perfect.
So actually,
I haven't doing exercise in months.
I haven't been really busy at work, so I haven't had time.
I have been.
Exactly. And let's go with number 5. What you for a living?
Have you been doing?
Okay, what have you been doing for a living? This is one option. We have other option.
What have you done for a living?
What have you done? Actually, right now.
What do you do? What do you do for a living?
What do you do? Exactly. In this case, we have 3 options. Actually, right now.
I haven't been working right now.
I didn't work.
Okay, here guys, we only have one option. It's right now, in this exactly moment.
I don't work right now.
No. It's present, but it's not simple present.
Is I have not been working.
No. Attention, guys. We have right now.
I'm not work.
I'm not. But the verb is different.
I have no work. Working.
No. Working, exactly. Actually, I'm not working right now in this exactly moment. Remember, when we have right now, we use present continuous. I for a job for 6 months.
I have been looking for a job for 6 months.
Exactly.
Looking.
But I anything yet.
Found.
Okay, phone is correct, but we need a word.
I haven't found.
Exactly. I haven't found anything yet. Okay, guys, excellent job. Only pay attention in the words, for example, right now. Only this. Okay. Here we have some questions. Can you help me to read the questions, please, Aina?
How long have you been learning English? What do you like to do in your free time? Why are you learning English? What did you do in your last vacations?
Okay, guys. So you have to talk with your partners, not with me, answering these questions. I need your participation of all of you, okay? So now I'm invisible, I don't exist. Talk with your partners and answer these questions, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so I listen to you.
Well, how long have you been learning English? Well, in my case, I have been learning English since I have 7 years old.
Einar, Einar,
Yes.
why are you learning English?
Why or where?
Why?
Because I I want more better job conditions, a better job, and because I need it for my career.
Okay. Do you want to college degree?
Excuse me, what?
Do you want to finish your career or you do you want to college degree? Título.
I want well, first I want to finish my careers. Later I want a degree, and later I want to learn more. I I really want a doctorate, a doctor's degree.
And what do you like to do in your free time?
Really, what I really like most is play video games and do nothing.
Okay.
Este, Brenda, what do you like to do in your free time?
Hi, Einar. Einar, what did you do in your last vacation?
Este, I just remember I go to the cinema a few times, And that's all. I don't really do something important.
Okay. What do you like to do?
Normally, I like play video games or simply do nothing. Mm, Sleep.
Me too. What kind of video game playing to do?
Lo nuestro nos dejó hablando eso.
Really, it's for I really like the who's are of action or fantasy or adventure like that or a competition.
Um,
Okay, Blanca, how long have you been learning English?
White Blanca. ¿Mi Estela?
Yes, you, Estela.
Okay. I have been learning English since I have 20, I don't remember, 24 years. Yes, I was to enter the course to English in Harmon Hall. And you, Arturo?
I have been learning English in Harmon Hall since February. It's almost 6 or 7 months.
Okay.
Einar, what did you do in your last vacation?
Actually, I do nothing important or nothing interesting. I just go to the cinema 2 or 3 times, or maybe just two. I don't remember well.
Einar, what is the movie do you like more?
What is what?
What is the movie do you like more?
I can choose one. I have much of them. All of the Marvel movies, The Life is Beauty, uh, um, Kung Fu Panda, How to Train Your Dragon, and others, but I can choose one.
Okay. Arturo, um,
Yes.
okay. What do you like to do in your free time?
In my free time, I go to walk with my dog or go to a cinema or riding in my bike. And you?
Time I like to listen to music. I like to read. I like to ride in my bike, or I like to skate.
Okay, guys, very good job. Excellent. Thank you for your participation. Okay, here now we have a small report about Melida Cortez. She is the student of the month. Here we have a small introduction. We have, you should really get to know Melida Cortez, a graduate student in our English department, also a talented artist. She spends her free time painting, and she started a sculpture class last month. She hopes one day to have an exhibition of her work. And here we have some questions that this person did to Melida. So please, I need a volunteer to help me to read it.
Me, teacher.
Okay.
Okay. Question number 1. How long have you been living here? I have living in Mexico City for 5 years. I came here to go to school original. It's a great place to live. Number 2, have you ever lived in another country? No, I haven't, but my brother has. He's been living in Bogota, Colombia for almost a year now. I'm going to visit him later this year. What? ¿Le sigo?
Yes.
Okay. What kind of music are you listening to currently? Well, of course, I love Latin music. I'm listening to a lot of Latin pop right now. I like to listen to music when I paint. What's your favorite way of spending an evening? What do you do? I like to go out with my friends. We go and eat someplace and then go performing all night. When did you last buy yourself a treat? Last week, actually, I was at friend's art studio and I fell in love with one of her paintings. So I bought it. What do you do for your last birthday? I went home and had a big party with my family. What's the nicest thing anyone has ever done for you? Actually, about 6 months ago, I was complaining to my dad that I didn't know how to drive. So he paid for some driving lessons. I was thrilled. Who or what is the greatest love of your life? Oh, chocolate. I can get through the day without some. What were you doing at this time yesterday? I was sitting on a bus. We were stuck in traffic for an hour.
Thank you so much. So here, in this description about the personality, about some things about Melida, she uses simple present, present continuous, present perfect, past continuous. So now you have to do something similar. What do you have in common? In this case, what do you have in common with Melida? example, you also have to write in your notebook the things that you are similar or you have in common with Melida. For example, in my case, Melida and I, we have in common that we can't live without chocolate, at least one in a day. So you have to do the same with Melida. What do you have in common with her? Okay?
Yes,
Okay. You have 6 minutes. Don't forget, send your evidence in the WhatsApp group.
Teacher. Teacher, ¿podría poner la lámina de Mélida? Gracias.
Okay, guys, so tell me, what do you have in common with Melida? Can you tell me, please, Liliani?
Yes, teacher. Melida and I have never lived in another country. We won't like to go out with friends and also go out to eat with him. We also like to buy things and not stay with the desert.
Okay. Tell me, Atsin, what do you have in common?
I think that we have in common the love of the chocolate, maybe the love of the Latin music, and his love to be with his friends.
Okay. Armando, tell me. Armando, are you here? What did you have in common? Okay, let's see. Emmanuel Cruz, tell me, what do you have in common?
Yes, teacher. I have in common with Melida is that we both like to spend time with our friends. We listen to music to do our activities.
Okay, Luis is here, but he can speak. Okay. So tell me, guys, we have questions with the topic of lesson A.
No, teacher.
No, teacher.
Okay, guys. Well, so it's time for the break. Remember, we have 20 minutes, so you can relax, you can go for water, for a coffee, for your tamal, whatever you prefer. And we continue in 20 minutes.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, teacher. We continue in 20 minutes, guys.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, guys, ready to continue? Now, guys, let's go with lesson B. It's a long story. Oh. Here we have the lesson objective. Can you help me to read that, please, Alejandro?
Yes. Lesson object. By the end of the lesson, a student will be able to detail their life story using verb followed by verb plus an ing or to the plus verb.
Thank you. So just let's see how can we use verb plus ing or to plus verb. Here we have vocabulary, guys. We have this one, and up. And up is when you are in a situation. Well, let me explain you. And up is when you ask yourself, how do you finish? How did you are in this situation? Terminar en esta situación. For example, how I end up in Brazil. I don't know why. I don't know how I end up in Brazil. Or I don't know how I end up working in Monterrey. You don't know how you finish the situation. So please repeat after me, end up.
End up.
End up. End up.
End up.
Good. Also, we have this word, ads online. Ads online.
Ads online.
Ads online.
Exactly. It's, for example, when you are in Wikipedia or something, and an ad appear. Buy in Shane the 20% of discount, or buy a car with Nissan, had the new model. Ads. Now we have salesperson. Salesperson. Please, guys, repeat. Salesperson.
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 Exactly, it's a person who say, please look, this product is very good for you because this and this and this, and only because you are a nice person, you have the 20% of discount. Salesperson. And finally, we have lend over. Lend over.
Learn over.
Learn over.
Learn over.
Learn over.
Lend over, guys, is when you have to decide. For example, what do you prefer? Lettuce or free fries? You have to lend over. You have to decide. Questions with this vocabulary?
No, teacher.
No, teacher.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Here, guys, we have one story. It's the story of Dan living abroad. We have Dan Anderson was born in the USA. He's now living in South Korea. We asked him, how did you end up living in Seoul? Here we have the story. So a volunteer to help me with paragraph number 1.
Me, teacher.
Yeah. Okay.
It's done. Well, it's a long story. Before I came here, I spent 3 years working for a small company in Tokyo while I finished doing my master in business. To be honest, I wasn't planning on leaving or anything, but one day I happened to be in the office and one of the salespeople was looking at job ads online. He knew I was considering going to South Korea someday. You see, my mother South Korean, and I be always been interested in the culture and everything. And anyway, he learned it over and said, "Dan, this seems to be the perfect job for you. Check this out."
You, a volunteer to help me with the next part?
Me, teacher. I looked at the ad and I remember thinking, should I bother to apply? But I decided to go for it, even though I didn't expect to get it. And to make a long story short, I got the job. The company offered to transfer me to Seoul, and they agreed to pay for my Korean languages lessons. I started working here 2 months late, and the rest is story. I mean, I miss living in Japan, but you can have it. You can have it, but ways, I guess. Actually, I can imagine living anywhere else now.
Thank you so much. So, Jess, here we have the story of Dan. First, living and working in Tokyo, in Japan. And suddenly, for different situations now, he's in Korea, learning Korean and working also. Okay, guys, so we have questions with pronunciation or vocabulary.
No, teacher.
Yes, the I said butter. It's correct pronunciation.
Yes, bother.
Okay. And offer, it's offered or offer.
Offered.
Okay, okay. Thank you, teacher.
Okay. So here, guys, we have some verbs in a different style of letter. For example, finished, spent, planning, happen, considering, since, imagine. So now with the verbs that you have here, you have to put in different categories. Verb plus to plus verb. This is the category 1. Category 2, verb plus ing. And category 3, verb plus particle or preposition plus verb in ing. Like the example, end up, living. You have to organize the verbs here in the chart. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
So for this part, we have 5 minutes. Don't forget, send your evidence. So tell me, you want to see the story or the chart? Finish?
No, teacher.
No. 2 more minutes. Okay, let's check. So tell me guys, what we have in verb plus 2 plus verb?
Sent to be.
Uh-huh.
Bother to apply. Decide to go, expect to get.
It's very good. What do we have in verb plus particle plus verb in ing?
Planning. I wasn't planning on leaving.
Planning on leaving. Very good. Verb plus verb in ing?
Finish in doing. Remember thinking. Miss leaving.
Miss leaving also. Very good. Exactly, guys. Excellent job. Okay. So sometimes, guys, when we use verbs, we can use complements. In this case, we have two complements. The complement one is verb plus verb in ing, and the complement two is verb plus two plus verb. Here, guys, we have some combinations. In this case, guys, how can I identify when I have to use ing, when I have to use to, when I have to use prepositions? In this case, guys, it's more memorizing. In this case, we need to memorize the verbs that we need to use with different complements. Let's start with verb plus verb in ing. Here, guys, we have the verbs consider, finish, imagine, miss, and spend. Both spend in time. When you have these verbs, the next verb is in ing. For example, I finished doing my master's. I spent 3 years working. I miss staying with my friends. I consider changing work. So when you have these verbs, guys, it's obligatory that the next verb is in ing. Comments in this part?
No, teacher.
Now, we have verb plus particle or preposition. In this case, the next verb is in ing also. So in this case, we have an up, keep on, thinking about, and plan on. When you have these verbs, it's obligatory to use verb in ing. For example, how did you end up living here? I wasn't planning on leaving Japan. I have my verb with my preposition or my particle, and the next verb is in ing. Now, we have the situation number 3. We have verb plus to plus verb. In this case, we use this with agree, decide, happen, offer, seem, intend, and expect. In this case, guys, we use to. Like examples. They agree to pay for Korean lessons. I didn't expect to get the job. I didn't intend to miss the reunion. I decide to visit my mom. We have questions in this part, guys? Tell me.
No, teacher, no.
Rest of you, Nancy, Pilar.
No, teacher.
Okay.
No, teacher.
Now, we have the situation number 4. We have verbs that we can use with verb in ing and verb plus to plus verb. And the meaning is the same. In this case is begin, bother, continue, start, like, love, and hate. We have the examples. Should I bother applying? Or should I bother to apply? Here you can use the two combinations, the two options, and the meaning is the same. The idea of your sentence is the same. But we have verbs that depending the complement, the meaning is different. For example, remember, stop, and try. Next example here. I stopped talking to him, or I stopped to talk to him. Here, guys, the two sentences have different meanings, different ideas. Let's start with I stopped to talk to him. Imagine you are walking, you are happy, you are walking, and you see your best friend. So you stop talking and you start talking with your best friend. So I stopped to talk to him is I was walking, I saw my best friend, I stopped and I start talking to him. We are okay here?
Yes.
Okay, so now let's go with the sentence. I stopped talking to him. In this case, imagine I'm talking with my best friend, but he says something that I didn't like, and we start fighting, and I'm so angry, and I decide, I don't want to talk with you anymore. You don't exist for me, and I leave. So I stop talking to him. We don't talk anymore. The friendship is over. So this is the difference. We have questions in this part?
No, teacher.
No, teacher.
Okay, let's practice. We have complete the conversations with the correct forms of the verbs given and practice with a partner. So, letter A, how did you end up here? We just studying because we have a verb with a preposition or a particle. So the verb is imagine. How did you end up studying here? Let's do this together, guys. I need your participation, please. We have letter B. My friend recommended this school. I remember his English was good. Tell me, to think or thinking?
Is thinking?
Thinking.
Are you sure?
I really don't know. I think I think thinking.
Think.
Okay. Here, guys, is to think. Why? Remember thinking.
Teacher, no es think about.
Nope. Nope, because here think is the complement.
Okay.
So here, guys, is to think because remember thinking is, for example, I remember thinking. Imagine, I remember thinking his English was good. So now, in this moment, I remember the action of before. In a moment in my life, yesterday, I comment, his English is good. But now, today, in Saturday, I remember thinking his English was good. So in this case, when remember is you are remembering an action in the past. But remember to think is first, I remember, oh yes, it's true, his English is good. Because I listen. First, I remember, and after, I remember. Okay, let me explain you in Spanish. Okay. Remember paying, guys, es cuando, por ejemplo, cuando estás en tu casa y dices, ay, no compré la leche. Y es como, I remember buying the milk. Es porque tú compraste la leche antes y ahora lo estás recordando. Pero si dices, I remember to buy the milk, es porque primero recuerdas de, en mi casa no hay leche, tengo que comprarla. Y en la tarde vas y compras la leche. So, remember buying es porque ya hiciste la acción de comprar antes. Y remember to buy es porque lo vas a hacer después. So, en esta ocasión es remember to think porque es algo... Ok, sí, es algo que que se hizo después. Algo que se hizo después. Primero recordaste y después esa acción se hizo. Ajá. Sí, no
Okay.
más o menos.
Um,
And repeat, teacher, please.
Ok, vamos con otro ejemplo. Pagar la luz. Vamos a pagar la luz. Dices, remember paying the electricity. I remember paying the electricity. Es porque el día de ayer, viernes, fuiste a la CFE, te formaste y pagaste tus 100 pesos de luz. ¿Ah? Y ahora, hoy, sábado, dices, pero sí, lo pagué ayer. ¿Recordaste? Te recordaste a ti mismo pagando la luz. I remember paying the electricity. Pero si dices, I remember to pay the electricity, es porque ahora, en este momento, a las 11:49, recuerdas, tengo que pagar la luz, no lo hice ayer. Entonces, a las 4 de la tarde, vas a la CFE, te formas, pagas tus 100 pesitos de luz y listo.
yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher, thank you.
So, in this case, I remember
To think.
I remember to think. Okay, so I decided think up.
To think up.
Think up. For his class, how about you? Well, I wasn't planning on
Learning.
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 Learning English. Oh my God. But my company offer for my classes.
To pay.
I agree.
To come.
And here I am. I want to keep on.
Taking.
Number 2, guys, more participation. I want to hear you. What are you thinking about next summer?
Doing.
Doing.
Well, it depends. I just start in a new job.
Working.
Here we have 2 options, working or to work. So the 2 options are correct. Working. So I don't expect
To get.
Much vacation time. I intend
Taking a couple.
Taking.
Okay, can you repeat?
To take.
I intend to take.
To take. Yes.
A couple of long weekends off. You have to stop.
Working.
You have to stop working?
Working.
Exactly, working. Occasionally. Anyway, I love
Surfing.
Surfing or to surf.
exactly, surfing or to surf. The two options
Surf.
are okay. The two options are okay, surfing. And so I hope I can spend a weekend.
To visit.
Spend the of time.
Visiting.
Visiting. Exactly. Very good, guys. I know that remember, stop and try is kind of complicated, but don't worry. Let's continue practicing. Here we have to select the correct. Here, guys, we have more options. Verb plus verb in ing. You have a list, so if you can write it, perfect. We have appreciate, avoid, complete, consider, discuss, enjoy, finish, imagine, practice, miss, mind, spend, and suggest. When you have these verbs, we use verb plus verb in ing. So you can write it, you can take a screenshot. Situation number 2, when you have verb plus particle or preposition, we use verb in ing. We have end up, give up, keep on, plan on, put off, talk about, and think about. We have more. Number 3, verb plus to plus verb. We have agree, decide, demand, expect, happen, hope, intend, learn, offer, plan, prepare, refuse, seem, and wait. Okay. Verb plus ing or to with different meaning. We have forget, remember, regret, stop, and try. Here we have an example. We have, I remember saying hello. This sentence, guys, means that you think of something that happened before. I remember saying hello. Is you remember, you enter in a room and you say hello, hello, everybody. And now, 1 hour later, I remember saying hello. So you did this action before. And I remember to say hello. So you are on the street. I say, oh, I have to enter to the party. So Joanna, don't remember to say hello. Now I enter in the room. Hello, hello. And we have verb plus ing plus to with the same meaning. In this case, we have begin, bother, can stand, continue, hate, like, love, and start. Okay, so you can write it. You have more options. And here, guys, we have to complete the conversations with the correct form of the verbs. We have, what did you plan on next vacation? So tell me, guys, what is the correct form? I plan on.
Planning on.
The verb is do. I plan on.
To do next vacation.
To do.
Doing, exactly. Because we have a verb with a preposition or a particle. What did you plan on doing next vacation? Maria wanted to relax on the beach, so I suggest
To travel.
To travel to Cancun.
traveling or to travel.
To travel.
It's traveling.
Okay. To Cancun. Last week, Maria was awarded the best employee of the semester and won 2 tickets. Then we decide 2 weeks off in Tahiti.
To spend.
To spend.
How about you? Well, I was planning on
Moving.
To yes, moving.
to a new house, but my company offered me to New York.
To transfer me.
To transfer.
Offered to transfer? Yes?
Yes, to transfer.
To
To
transfer.
transfer.
Transfer. Okay. To New York. As the new manager of the East Coast, I agree this challenge.
To face.
To face.
To face.
This challenge and keep on in the company.
Growing.
Growing.
Number 2. How did the accident happen? B. The driver told the police and the reporters it was a miracle. He was still alive after overturning twice. He said he didn't stop on the phone.
Talking on the phone.
His wife has always asked him to stop on the phone while driving.
To talk.
To talk.
He promised never carelessly anymore.
To never drive.
Okay, so here guys, use the verbs given in the gerund or infinitive form to complete the information. We have these verbs, eat, feel, smoke. We can just take 2 times, look, take off, work, see, and take. So let's go with number 1. I can't stand someone near me.
I can stand someone smoking near me.
Smoking. Okay. 2. She's waiting the dentist.
See the dentist.
She's waiting seeing the dentist, like this?
Yes.
Okay. 3. The pilot is preparing
And the last answer is not to say, to see.
to see. So what do you think, guys?
Yes.
See or to see?
To see.
Well, number 3.
To work.
To take
Work.
off.
Take off. Ah,
Take off or work?
Take off. To take off.
take off.
Bless you. 4. We are thinking about an oratory course.
Is take.
Guys, he doesn't mind extra hour.
To take.
To take.
6. I'll talk to you in a minute after I finish this form out.
To feel. No. After I finish feeding this
To
form
feel.
out.
Okay. 7. He gave up fighting in foods after his heart attack.
Eating.
Hey, today I happened at a person who was staring at me.
Is to look or look.
Okay. Number 9. I tried a nap and I felt better. Experiment with something.
To take.
Okay. And number 10. I tried a nap, but there was so much noise I couldn't sleep. Make an attempt, add something.
Talking.
Taking. Okay.
I try to take.
Oh my goodness.
I tried.
You want to check?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, well, it wasn't too bad. Okay. Let's see. in this part, we have doing, it's correct. This part, suggest. In this part, guys, suggest, we use with verb plus verb in ing. So, I suggest traveling. Yes, it's correct. Maybe, okay, let me check. It's with double L. Sorry, my mistake. Traveling is correct. So, let's see. Keep on growing. Keep on, it's correct. Keep on. Oh my God, this exercise is crazy. Keep on growing in the company. Number 1 is correct. Number 2, okay. He say he didn't stop to talk on the phone. Recuerden, I remember saying hello. Tú entras al cuarto y dices hola, 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 hola. Una hora después de la reunión, ay, recuerdo que sí les dije hola. Y remember to say hello. Bajo de mi carro y voy a entrar a la reunión y digo, Joana, recuerda decirles hola. Entro al cuarto, hello, hello. So, ¿cuál sería la mejor opción? He didn't stop. Talking or to talk?
Is talking?
Talking, exactly. Talking. Talking. And his wife has always asked him to stop.
Talk?
Talk or to talk?
To talk.
To talk.
To talk. Exactly, porque por favor,
Talk. No, just stop talk.
Sí, porque la esposa estaba de, por favor, esposo, ya no hables en el teléfono. ¿Y qué hizo la esposa? Yo hablo en el teléfono. Y ya después, ay, recuerdo que estaba hablando en el teléfono. So, recuerden, talking, cuando usamos verbo en ing con remember, stop y try, es porque es algo que tú ya hiciste antes. Estás recordando o estás haciendo lo que ya hiciste antes. Y cuando es to talk, es de, por favor, no lo hagas. Antes de que lo hagas, no lo hagas. O hazlo. Let's go with here. Okay. We are thinking about taking. It's correct because we have a particle. So 4 is correct. Doesn't mind. Mind, guys, is with verb in ing, so it's correct also. I tried taking a nap and I felt better. Okay, number 9, talking. I tried talking a nap. I did, and now I feel better. So, talking or to talk? 1 hour ago, I take my nap, and now I feel awesome with energy. Talking, taking, or to take?
To take.
Rest of you guys, what do you think?
Taking.
Taking, So I tried taking a nap. I did, I could sleep. And now, in this moment, with all the energy. And number 10, I tried to take a nap, but my neighbors with the music, my family with the TV. Oh my goodness, I couldn't sleep. So I tried to take a nap. So please I really recommend you guys take a screenshot of this because here you have more verbs and examples. So I recommend you take a screenshot so you can study. You have the screenshot?
Yes, teacher.
Rest of you?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so please guys, I beg you, study this because we don't have a formula specific. This part, guys, the verb complements is memorizing. So if you don't memorize, it's difficult to do this activity. So try to memorize it. Okay, now we have take turns asking each other questions using the ideas below. Ask follow-up questions. Follow-up questions, remember, to continue a conversation. For example, I like music. What kind of music? Who is your favorite artist? Follow-up questions. And here we have, can you think of someone you, or can you think of something that you? So here, guys, we need to try to use the complement verbs. So I want to hear you guys. I need more participation. So talk with your partners, not with me. You have 6 minutes. You can start. Come on, guys. Ask the questions to your partners.
Luis, can you think of someone you expect to see next week?
Mid response.
Yes.
I can respond. Yes. Okay. Um, I think of someone. I think in my father. My father worked in Puebla, and the next week come back at home.
Okay, it was amazing. Good for you.
Thanks. Einar, can you think of someone you happened to run into recently?
Again, what?
Yes. Can you think of someone you happening to run into recently?
I don't. No, really not. I can't think about something that do this.
Mm, Aline, Scarlett, can you think of something that you are considering doing soon?
Repeat, please.
Yes. Can you think of something that you are considering doing soon?
Mm, I mm, I consider to see a series, Game of Thrones, but um, I don't I don't know uh, when uh, mm, next week maybe. um, Guadalupe, can you think of someone you love to hang out with?
Yes, for example, my daughter or my husband or my mother is the person very like I very love it. It's so very interesting and funny. Mm, mm, Blanca Esperanza, can you think of someone you intend to see but didn't?
Yes, I have to see my cousin. Pablo Emanuel. Can you think of something that you agreed to be recent?
Okay, guys, good job. Mhm. Now, write your story. In your notebook or in the chat in WhatsApp, you have to write a story that you consider interesting. A story in your life, maybe when you visit a place or when you meet a person. An interesting moment in your life. Try to use the complement adverbs. Okay? I show you the image so you can use them. You have 6 minutes, guys. 6 minutes. Ready? Do you have your story, guys? Only when you have it.
I think.
Okay, can you read it?
Yes. Well, it's a short story. I was thinking of a story to tell, but I couldn't think of anything. Thousands of ideas were going through my head, so I decided to tell what was happening right now as a story.
Okay, that's good. Thank you so much. Okay, we have other volunteer. Maybe Aline or Lisette. Duro.
I'm not finished yet, miss. Sorry, sorry.
2 minutes. Come on, guys, you can do it. 2 minutes. Okay, Juan Manuel, can you read your story, please?
Yes, I can. One time, 5 months ago, my team and me need to do a short film to give a final project. That final project was about familiar violence. The best of the film was behind the scenes because was so difficult film the scenes. Sometimes we have some problems with, for example, an actor forgot your line, so the actress smiled in a sad scene, and was so funny. All team were smiling all the time.
Okay, nice story. Very good. Okay, we have other volunteer. The last volunteer.
Me, teacher.
Okay.
Great. An interesting story that happened to me was when I graduated from high school. My parents were already inside the theater, but me and my boyfriend were still outside because we forgot our passes at home. Fortunately, we had the opportunity to arrive on time since we had to return home for 10, and we arrived just when the graduation ceremony was about to begin.
Okay, almost you lost your graduation.
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay. Very good, guys. We have questions with this topic. I know it was kind of difficult, but if you memorize it, it's very easy. So work on it, okay? Bien. So, well, algunos se agregaron después, entonces voy a pasar a la lista a los que no me respondieron. Por favor, si me dicen present or here, please. José Alberto.
Present.
Thank you. Luis Pedro. María Guadalupe.
Teacher.
Thank you. Miguel Ángel. Miguel Ángel Muguel. José Guadalupe.
Present, teacher.
Okay, thank you. Andrés.
Teacher.
Yes.
Present. Soy.
¿Eres quién? Pedro. Arturo.
I'm here, teacher.
Guillermo.
Teacher, Guillermo tenía problemas con su computadora, por eso ahí me dijo que no se puede conectar.
Ah, ok. Gracias. Ya le mando mensaje. ¿Qué más? Osvaldo. ¿Qué más? Jessica. Lisette. Gerardo. Lisette, ¿estás aquí?
Yes. Yes, teacher.
Okay. Thank you. Jesús Gerardo. Aura. Ok, nada más. Muy bien. So, homework. We have homework. Okay, Liz Pedro is here. Perfect. Thank you. So we have homework, guys, for lesson A and lesson B. For lesson A, guys, this is the homework. So you can take a screenshot. Remember, in lesson A, we check simple present, present perfect, simple past, present continuous, present perfect continuous, and past continuous. Ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Teacher,
Ajá.
¿me podría mandar a mí la captura? Es que le tomé captura, pero no se ve bien en mi dispositivo, como que sale borrosa la captura.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Thank you.
And for lesson B, we have this. Complete the conversations with the correct form of the verbs. Sometimes there is more than one correct answer. Take the screenshot for the homework. Ready? Do you have the screenshot?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so we have questions with the project, with one part of the topic. Tell me. Preguntas con una parte de los temas vistos hoy, con el proyecto del curso, con el reporte. We have questions.
Profesora.
Ajá.
Yo tengo una pregunta sobre el proyecto. ¿Qué temas? O sea, como se venía manejando que de una por unidad, bueno, un tema por unidad, o cómo es.
Ok. En el proyecto hay que intentar integrar la mayoría de temas que podamos. Por ejemplo, como el tema es outfit, de ropa, el antes y el después, ¿cómo podríamos usar el tema visto hoy? El tema de hoy, ¿cómo lo podríamos usar? Por ejemplo, la forma de los verbos. ¿Cómo lo puedes usar? O cómo puedes usar presente continuo. Por ejemplo, en este año, we are using animal print. Ajá. Ver la forma de cómo integrarlo, aunque sea en una oración, si es un tema muy difícil, si es un tema que consideran ustedes muy sencillo, enfocarse solo en ese tema. Intentar integrar, aunque sea de todo un poquito.
Ok, y otra pregunta. Cuando le enviemos el avance, ¿tiene que ser solo el diálogo, o bueno, nuestro diálogo y las preguntas? Bueno, lo que tenemos que responder, o tiene que ser con parte de la presentación, o solo respondemos las preguntas.
En sí el reporte es solo mandar las preguntas, pero si tú quieres mandar el diálogo que ustedes van a decir para ver si está bien en gramática y eso, lo pueden hacer, solamente me dicen en el correo que me mandan sus diálogos para revisión y ya así yo poderles darle feedback.
Ok, perfecto, gracias.
¿Alguna otra duda?
Sí, teacher, ¿por cuántos integrantes es el proyecto?
Ok, sí, ahorita necesito ver, ahorita la cuenta que tengo así somos